Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling match. I looked at him, I said, hey, I'm on to Brooklyn, you.
We're not in Brooklyn, sir. We're in upstate New York in Dutchess County. I'm originally from Yonkers. Hung out in the park.
I guess you guys don't know each other that well.
Oh, okay, that was weird. Hello, guys. Now we're back. I am the big dog. This is the Vanilla Gorilla. And we are here at Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Find us on all streaming networks. Everywhere you stream, you can find us. Because we are the best podcast of wrestling and cigars on the internet. Check us out. Go Giants, baby. Let's go with them Giants. What do you think? So, what are we going to talk about today?
Give me 1 second.
We can start with last night.
I'm just getting.
Last night, we watched the ACW show from the MJN Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. And
all right, we're all plugged up.
Really, really, really awesome. They're friends of ours, and they actually did really good with the turnout. So I'm very proud of them.
They've sold out every show since they started.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. And
I mean, that show from top to bottom was bookended title match after title match. Stipulations were added in here and there. The number 20 entrant into the Poughkeepsie Rumble, January 3rd. Get it on Triller TV. Go back last night and watch the show on Triller TV. Dante Casanova, I believe, is number 20 now.
Dante Casanova.
So everybody kept their belts last night. Oh no, I'm sorry. Indy kept her belt, which is the ACW Women's Championship. Enzo kept his belt. I'm sorry, real one. Kept the ACW National Championship. The tag team titles were up for grabs in a ladder match. Sent to Slaughter versus the Now. And that match was absolutely fantastic.
Yes, it was. Sorry, I'm doing my
Great job for those guys. All four of them put on a hell of a show. Then now climb the ladder, grab the titles, and are
they
now
also got a big announcement because they are now the tag team champions. And
they had the Poughkeepsie Rumble coming up on January 3rd at the MJN Center. And now they also have their own action figures with My Fandom Collectibles as well.
Don't be surprised if you see Turnbuckles and Stogies action figures.
Well, no, it wouldn't be under that.
Coming soon.
And then you had the the very stacked 4-way heavyweight championship match, which was Richard Holiday going in as champ versus Matt Cardona versus Matt Riddle versus the most wanted man, Nick Nemeth, in a 4-way elimination match. And it kicked off with Matt Cardona coming out after Richard Holiday cut his promo. Holiday attacks Matt Cardona and takes Matt Cardona out. Now, then Nick Nemeth was next, right?
No, the next one
was it Matt Riddle?
Was Matt Riddle. Then it left Nick Nemeth.
Oh, no, because then you had Matt Riddle and Nick Nemeth both come out to get in the ring to start the match.
Right.
Bell rang. It went from a 4-way to a 3-way.
Then Matt Riddle got eliminated.
Matt Riddle was the first person out.
Then Nick Nemeth got eliminated, and Richard Holiday thought he won.
And as the ref was about to hand Richard the belt and announce him the winner,
I kept saying Cardona's coming back.
Matt Cardona came out. They go at it. He hits him with a top rope radio silence. 1, 2, 3. Matt Cardona is now the ACW World Heavyweight Champion. Going into 2026 as the champ, he's going into the Poughkeepsie Rumble show versus the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mike Santana. Title for title. He comes out after Cardona wins, cuts the promo. They've done this dance over and over and over. Now it's title for title, winner takes all. Then you have the big event of the night in January, which is the Poughkeepsie Rumble. 20 entrants, 1 winner for a contract anytime for the title.
So do you think...
Oh, and we left out the most important part.
Which one?
After Indy won her match, there was a FaceTime call.
Oh, yeah, Shotzi.
Shotzi has now called her shot, and January 3rd it's going to be Indy versus Shotzi Blackheart for the Awesome Championship Wrestling Women's title in Poughkeepsie at the MJN Center. Go get your tickets because I know I'm going to go get mine. Make sure I'm there for that one because I missed the last couple. So, but if you can't be there,
you square.
Just go ahead and watch it on Triller TV. Rent it, pay for it. Doesn't matter what you do. Just do it. Get it done. Because I did it last night and I was very pleased with it for sure.
1 second.
So then you had AEW's WrestleDream pay-per-view last night, which I believe main evented with Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin. You had a very big monster return last night. And that was with Sting coming back to help Darby. And for people that don't know, Sting obviously retired, but he showed up, which shocked me as well. I was surprised. I won't lie. Didn't think I was going to see him again, but here we are. He came back. I don't know if it's a long term, if it's a one-off, I don't know. Who knows? We won't know until Wednesday night, so you got to tune in Wednesday for Dynamite. But as far as everything else that's gone on last night, if you didn't get a chance, I truly suggest you go spend the $15 or $16 on Triller TV. Go get the ACW show. You will not be disappointed. You had Real One. You had The Now, Sent to Slaughter. You had Crowbar, Tommy Dreamer, Little Guido, Zach Clayton, Danny Doring, Big Sally. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of people that they had at the show last night. Obviously, Matt Riddle, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, Mike Santana. Just they loaded that card. Ended 2025 with a bang. They're going to start off 2026 with an even bigger bang. And I'm here for it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Going to be very interesting. That's going to be a company to keep your eye on. Awesome Championship Wrestling. Definitely something I highly recommend going to seek out of your way to watch. Now, we also did get a mail call yesterday from our guest last week, Carolina Blue. Sent us some cigars and a lighter and a sticker. We want to thank him for it. And then, obviously, our guest today, as you guys can see, is going to be Haze Gray Cigars, which I smoked one, and I can tell you I'm very impressed with it. So I'll be smoking this today when we bring them on. He will be smoking the Admiral. We'll get into more of what they sent us when we bring them on. But yeah, so on that note, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we'll have our guest. And, you guys have any comments, whatever, we'll answer them. Wrestling questions, whatever you want, we'll answer them. And you guys will
answer cigar questions.
Yeah, they'll answer questions about the cigars. Anything you want to ask us, ask them. You can ask when we get back.
There we go. All right. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, we are back. Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, your favorite podcast on the internet. We are streaming all over. We are live today here in the studio for now. You're gonna see a new studio in the next few months. And when I say new, I mean new studio. So let's get to our guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a special guest on, friend of ours, him and his wife, Rui and Val, Haze Gray Cigars. Welcome to the show.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
There they are.
Mr. Rui and Miss Val. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining us. How y'all doing today?
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
How's everything?
Man, we're tired, but going well. We had a late show last night, or an event, so we got up. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning our time, and I'm like, oh shit, we got the podcast in an hour.
So you're in Florida?
Yeah, we're in the Panhandle.
It's the same time zone, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're in the Panhandle, so we're an hour behind. We're Central time zone.
Oh, okay. So you're down there. Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much tell everybody anything just west of Tallahassee is Central time zone.
Okay.
Yeah. How you guys doing? How you guys been?
Good. Just busy.
Busy?
Trying to stay busy. So.
Yeah.
So
Man, I didn't know you guys were Giants fans. I would have jumped off.
Oh, come on. You either a Miami or Tampa fan. Which one? Miami or
Patriots fan.
Yeah, what's the only team that you didn't beat? What's the only team you didn't beat? Thank you very much.
I said I would have jumped off if I would have known you guys were Giants fans.
So
I'm gonna let you lead.
So let me ask you a question, and we ask this to all our guests. So before you got into cigars, what was both your careers, and what made you get into manufacturing your own cigars?
Well, the thing is, we still have our careers. We still have our 9 to 5s on top of doing a cigar brand. So I in the Navy, I was a crash crewman. I was a firefighter on a flight deck, and I wanted to continue being a firefighter. And so I went into the DoD sector. I was a firefighter out at NES Meridian, and then they cut us loose. They laid a bunch of us off. So I went to corporate America and working for one of the largest payroll companies in the U.S. And that's what I'm still doing, my 9 to 5. And then Haze Gray kind of intertwines with that 9 to 5 as well. Being that I'm in sales, I'm on the road all the time anyway, so it kind of gels together.
Okay.
And then I've been smoking cigars since since I joined the military in '96, and and about 4 or 5 years ago, really started like diving deep into cigars, and went on a cruise. I got a pipe actually for Christmas because I've always wanted to. I smoke cigars, but I wanted to try pipes. I got a pipe.
Oh,
for
pipes
Christmas.
are really good. I love pipes. I got a pipe myself.
Yeah, love it. It's a little bit more work, but it's still relaxing. I love it. The aromatics. It just, to me, it's a whole different.
Sometimes, Rui, you just have to. Like I do it sometimes. Sometimes I smoke the pipe because I want to break. And people say, like you see a lot of, and I don't know how they do it. Like Ish, you're a cigar smoker, and then you're smoking cigarettes. Like it dumbfounds me because it's way two different tastes. Like I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah,
I used to smoke cigarettes when I was 12 years old. Till I was like 15, because you got to be in with the in crowd. That's when you used to buy Lucy's for like 5 cents in the bodega.
Yeah.
But I just can't see how you're a cigar, and I see it all over. We go to lounges, and you have guys that'll finish a cigar, Next thing you know, we go outside to watch football, and they're smoking a cigarette. And I'm standing there like, dude, you just smoked a Ligero, and now you're out here smoking a Marlboro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. My brother does it. You know, he's not on the he's not on our little tag down at the bottom, but and then we can get into that when we talk about how I started the brand. But he'll do that. He'll smoke a cigar, and he's got an amazing palate. And he's pretty much a new smoker. He's been smoking for the last 2 years, 3 years. But as soon as he's done with a cigar, he'll light up a cigarette. And it's like, man, how the hell do you do that? That would mess up the palate, I think. But it's definitely wild. But yeah, so anyway, so I got the pipe and went on a cruise to get away, and we're heading down to the Dominican, and I was smoking cigars on the cruise ship. Said, I'm going to see if I can do a tour. Went down there, did a tour of a factory, and man, that's when I got hooked. The rest of the cruise, I was just researching how to start your own brand. And the rest is history. And we've been just knocking it out of the park. The manufacturer that we linked up with, he's taught us quite a bit. And he told me straight out, he goes, look, if you're going to start your own brand, you're going to have to learn how to roll. And two rules. You're going to have to learn how to roll. And now that you're going to be a cigar guy, you got to have a cigar on you at all times. So went down, learned the basics on how to roll. And like I said, the rest is history.
Okay.
Val, go ahead.
I was actually a hairstylist for 26 years, deep in the hair industry. And then I still am in the hair industry. I just do surgical hair replacement from home that I book for. I could probably help you. So I work a 9 to 5 as well from home, which makes it easier, you know, for us to do Haze Gray, do all of the behind the scenes work during the day between Rue and I, you know, because we're in the office all day. So it just makes it kind of a win-win as far as that goes, to be able to do both on a day in and day out. So that's been awesome. I've probably been smoking cigars the last 20 years off and on. A little fun fact about me is my grandfather, my grandmother's brother had a tobacco farm in Sumter, South Carolina. So that was like my childhood memories. We went there every summer, and I played on the piles of tobacco in the tobacco barn and ran through the farm, and it was like amazing to me. So it's kind of wild how it's kind of done a turnaround through my life, and now I'm back into the cigar industry. So when I met Rue, I started helping with photography for pictures and things like that, and then just kind of grasped the whole cigars, everything. Started smoking more. I started out with flavored. I would only smoke flavored infused cigars. I've definitely grown. I don't think I really touch those that much anymore because my palate has grown so much in the past year and a half. I've learned a lot from Rue and Pedro, you know, just working our events and talking and listening to people. I run our ladies events that we do here, just trying to get the ladies local involved in cigars and learning cigar etiquette, things like that. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my brother, he used to come down every winter because we grew up about an hour south of Boston, and in the wintertime he couldn't work because he did asphalt and paving. And so he would come down for the winters, hang out for the holidays, and then leave March, April, go back home. And so when I first started with the blends and working with our manufacturer, he turned around and he was like, "Hey man, pull the trigger already." He's like, you got some. He's like, "Quit being so damn scared." And So he's like, I'm going to go home. Excuse me. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go sell the house, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to join the team. And he did. He left in March. Oh, I'm sorry, beginning of April. July, he had sold his house. By the end of July, he was already down here in Pensacola, and I mean, knee deep in it. He got in it, and we haven't looked back ever since.
Well, that's good. That's good. So how did you come up with the name Haze Gray Cigars?
It wasn't by choice, I'll tell you that. When we originally first came out, we called ourselves War Dogs Bourbon and Cigars, because we were going to do bourbon as well with cigars. We're going to start our own bourbon brand. And an individual that came on board with us was helping us out. He's like, yeah, War Dogs good. Let's trademark it. Oh, we went to trademark it, and it was already taken. The word War Dogs. It's a box manufacturer out of Denmark. So we have to go back to the drawing board, and we had already spent money on apparel and all sorts of stuff. And so we got with our attorney, and our attorney's like, look, you're going to have to change your name. He said, you can keep War Dogs as your cigar line, but your company name's going to have to change. And so we started thinking, we wanted to keep the military theme, because that's one of the proudest moments of my life was serving in the military.
Thank you for your service.
It was an honor. Thank you. So in the military, in the Navy, we had a term. We used to haze the younger guys. We used to say all the time, hey, get ready, because we're getting haze gray and underway, which means we're getting ready to go out to sea. And so we all agreed on it. It was a good name. We thought it was great, and we changed it to Haze Gray Cigars. And it's funny because no matter where we are, I mean, Pensacola is a big Navy town anyway. We're the cradle of aviation, right? All the pilots come through here to learn how to fly. But even when we kind of venture off into different areas, you always know who the sailors are, because they'll look at the name and they'll be like, who served in the Navy? Because everybody knows Haze Gray and Underway is our term, and it's stuck, and people are enjoying it.
Well, just so you know, we're with MB Radio, and it's a military broadcast radio station, and they help out first responders, military people. Let's say you wanted to do a podcast.
Their slogan is give veterans a voice.
Yes, and the guy that owns it is a former veteran. His name is, we call him H. And when we started this venture, we had 3 of us, and one went off. And then when we hit the year, he goes, so you guys are leaving my station? And I said, why would I leave your station? You're the one that put us on to what we're doing today. You're the one that helped us out. You're helping out a first responder. I'm helping you. And, people don't realize that we're with a military brand radio, and it's giving veterans a voice. And, that's why we try to bring on a lot of veteran cigars, a lot of people, that have been in the Army, the military, Coast Guard, whatever it is, or firefighters, like wrestlers. We've had, so we have a whole brand. Like we had MC Shan here, said you best from Turnbuckles and Stogies Pop. I said, we'd like to change it up. You know what I mean? So we are basically a military brand radio station. And I just want to say that having you on here is pretty big too, because you're a veteran and your cigars are, I'm smoking right now, the Admiral. So how did you come up with the names of the cigars, and how did you pick which ones that you wanted as those names?
Yeah, so, well, first let me say, man, if there's military and first responders out there watching this right now, we appreciate y'all. Keep doing what you're doing, because without y'all, we wouldn't have this, right? We wouldn't have the freedom to be on a podcast talking. So we appreciate everything you guys are doing on a day-to-day basis. Help let us sleep at night safe and sound. And to veterans that are watching, man, we appreciate y'all and what you sacrifices you guys made, and it's a brotherhood. It's so funny because when we get out of the military, we look for something to kind of bring us back to that brotherhood, and the cigar industry, the craft boutique side of the house is all I can speak for. and it's another brotherhood. Especially the veteran brands, we all kind of help each other out and stick together. So that's pretty cool. But the names of the cigars, we wanted to tell our story through the cigars. And so that's where a lot of the names came from. We have the 1982, which is the year that we moved. My brother and I moved from Portugal to Massachusetts. So that's where that 1982 came from. 1996, which is our barber pole. That's the one that's the year that I joined the military. The brotherhood, that speaks for itself. It's something that we had in the military. Then we got the Haze Gray, which is the sugar tip cigar. We just we wanted to do something with the Navy, so we call that one the Haze Gray. The Admiral is the only thing that's not it's a rank in the Navy, but it has nothing to do with the military. I'm part of a Mardi Gras crew here in Pensacola, and the highest level you can get in that crew is an Admiral. And so I was selected to be the 20th, which was a big year for us. And so kind of pay a little homage to those guys. I named the cigar the Admiral. And then the other one's a backpack. The backpack, I love Harleys. I ride a Harley. I try to get as much wind therapy as I can. And normally when you're on the back of a Harley, you got a hot chick with you. We call them a backpack. So that's where that came from. And it's our chocolate infused cigar. So, and a lot of the women love that cigar. So it's like, man, it goes hand in hand. Now our second core line that we're going to be coming out with starting in January, that's going to have some military names and things like that. So it's just something that we've wanted to do. We want to tell our story. We're proud of our heritage. We're proud of our where we've come from. So that's where we come up with our names.
Well, I got to tell you, the Admiral is, and you told me to save this one because I smoked the other one. What did I smoke?
You smoked the Patriot. I actually smoked the Admiral first.
Oh, this is, oh my goodness! It's like
it was very.
And the
good.
wrappers are so yellow. I'm like, wow.
The Admirals are number one seller. Everybody loves the Admiral.
I can see that.
And the Patriot was right there. The Patriot, actually, we decided we were done. We were going to stick with 6 cigars on our core line. We have 1 blend left, which we were going to try to carry over to our second core line. And my brother's like, nah, man. He's like, we got to do something with this. This is a good cigar. And so we did a little bit of research, and we picked 2 nonprofits to help out with to help them out. We one of them is Operation Tackle Box. They help veterans with PTSD, veteran suicide, bringing awareness, and so we donate to them, and then we donate to a local charity called Operation Tackle Box. Oh, I'm sorry. What's that? Operation Zero? Oh, I'm sorry. I got it mixed up. My apologies. Operation Zero is the one that helps out with veteran suicide and PTSD. Operation Tackle Box is local, and they help veterans with getting their VA benefits. Deep sea fishing. They take them out ATV riding, and they're constantly raising money to help veterans out. And so we want to be a part of it. And so every sale that we make with the Patriot, we donate 15% of that cigar to each organization. So every quarter we're making a donate. We split whatever's in the pot, and we donate it 50-50 to the 2 operations.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, now, being that you have, 7 in your core line for the War Dogs, how long did it take you to do all 7 blends, and how many test blends did you go through before you got these specific ones that you wanted?
It took us a little while. We had the blends together. We sat down, we smoked them, we tried them. Some of them were scrapped, and the 7 that we talked about, those are the ones that stuck, right? And so we were going to release 2 cigars a year out of those 6, originally the first 6.
Okay.
And paranoia started setting in. Like we really started, me personally, I really started getting nervous because the first cigar that came out was the Brotherhood, and that's the full body. And I freaked out, you know, because I was like, damn, what happens if this doesn't appease the masses, right? So then shortly right after that, we came out with the Admiral. And I'm like, man, because that's a medium plus, right? I'm like, man, it's still not light enough. Like, we need to attract the beginner smoker. So then we came out with the third, which was the 82, which was the light body. And it just kind of, next thing you know, within the first year, we came out with 6 cigars. Like, I couldn't wait. But the experience was great. A couple of months ago, about a month ago, we went down to West Palm. We linked up with Ish at Bam Cigars, and that was an experience. Like we sat down, we got together with Ish on Saturday. So Saturday and Sunday, we smoked a total of 20 cigars each, blending cigars with them. Yeah, man, it was, talk about a chimney. I mean, we were like just smoking it up, but the experience was unbelievable. He gave us an experience that we didn't get with our first manufacturer, because our first manufacturer was all like through mail and phone call and things like that. With Ish, it was a whole different story, man. With Ish, we actually sat down and he rolled right there for us and would hand us, and we would smoke it. And we were thinking, okay, we're going to walk out of here with at least 2 cigars to get our second core line going. Bro, we walked out of there with 7 cigars.
Now, are any of them on your core line?
They're going to start our second core line.
Okay.
Yep. So we're pretty much set for our second core line. But our first core line, it was just kind of, we were so green. Well, actually, I was so green and wet behind the ears, man. I was kind of going by what our manufacturer was kind of coaching us along with, right? We told them what notes we wanted. We told them what kind of leaves we wanted. And of course, with this core line, our original, the War Dogs, a lot of it's Dominican and Nicaraguan based. So with our second core line that's coming out, man, it's Ish, right? So you know there's gonna be some crazy stuff coming out, you know.
So now you said that core line is more geared towards the military. Is it gonna be, because I've seen some that are done that they do, you know, like they'll call this one, you know, it might be like a Navy ship or something like that. Do you have names picked out for them?
We do. My brother actually, with the first core line, we, because I started off by myself, a lot of it was my ideas, my names, the ones that I wanted to come out with. The second core line is more of my brother and I sitting down, thinking about our heritage. So there's going to be some ships' names in there. One of the cigars is going to have the core line name that we decided on, and so yeah, we're trying to keep it as military as possible, especially definitely Navy names, a lot of ship names.
So now where can people order them if they want to order from you guys?
Somebody actually said they have to try some, so I was going to get ready to get to that one too.
What stores are you in? If you're in any stores on, the East Coast, the West Coast, Midwest, where can they order their cigars from?
Yeah, so online you can order them at Wolfpack Cigar Club. You can order them on Toro Cigar Club Company. We're in Cigar Vault in Oakdale. You can order online there as well. And then in Pennsylvania, we're in Fat Boy Cigars.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then we're in a few spots here in Pensacola as well. Fusion is one of them. We're in a couple of bars. A lot of bars around here are wanting to start carrying cigars. So, being that we're the hometown cigar, they're carrying our cigars. Then we're in 66 Liquor and Smokes out in Oklahoma. Yeah, so we're starting to spread out quite a bit, but online is probably your best bet right now with those three guys.
Right.
I think Fat Boy Cigars in Pennsylvania, I think they sell online as well.
Yeah, if not, I think you can DM them too on Instagram.
Yeah,
If I remember right, if they don't have a website, I do know that they've said you can DM them for whatever you want to order or something. If you see something you want to order it, because I've asked them before.
So, guys, on that note, we got to cut to the commercial, and we'll be right back with Rui and Val, Haze Gray Cigars. Thank you.
Let's see.
I'm a drifter, babe. Don't wanna love a man like me, no. I'm a drifter, babe. Cause I'll be loving you tonight, but tomorrow I'm gonna leave. I'm a drifter, babe. You don't wanna love a man like me, no. I'm a drifter, babe. Alright, 'cause I'll be loving you tonight, but tomorrow I'm gonna leave. I've been all alone since I was 17.
Yo, what is up? What is up? We are back. Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod on your favorite networks. Check us out. We're streaming live. Happy Sunday. Happy fun day. We are just sitting here talking with Rui and Val, Haze Gray Cigars. We are just talking and figuring out, what's going on with them and things like that. And if you got questions, you know how to answer them. I mean, you know how to ask them. Just go to the comment section and send us any questions you got. So,
you know what? Hey, I forgot to mention, man, and I feel so bad. So someone asked where they could get our cigars. Also, his and her cigar lounge in Cocoa Village down in South Florida. For everybody down in Florida, go check them out. And their lounge, we're actually doing a cut and light out there next weekend, the 25th. And it's an amazing lounge, man. You feel like you're sitting in your own living room, just chill, relax. They greet you with, it's like going to grandma's house. I mean, they welcome you. Everybody that walks through that door, they welcome them with open arms. Phenomenal lounge. So yeah, that's another spot you can get our cigars at.
Are they also in Ish's place?
Yep. Ish is going to start carrying our cigars as well. Him and I have been talking about it when we were down at that TPA event, and we're excited for that as well.
How did that TPA event go? Because I don't think we've interviewed anybody that's went.
No, I was supposed to get 2 packs of the 5 cigars, and I still haven't got those.
Yeah, no, TPA event was actually pretty cool. It was hot, man. Ooh, was it hot? It was. I was in Africa, and we went down to Africa when I was in the military, and it was pretty damn close to Africa hot. It was torture, but it was great.
We had a couple people have a heat stroke.
Yeah,
that day.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, there were a lot of brands there.
That wasn't the event to drink at either. That was the event to drink water all damn day.
Yeah, but you know what? You know, Mama didn't raise no quitters. Well, we were hitting the sauce a little bit. Everybody was hitting the sauce a little bit. You know?
You can hit it a little bit. You just can't get, overly obliterated.
That is true. You got to keep some type of professionalism, man.
Because not only that, in the environment down there being so hot, it would amplify everything probably 100 times over.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Have you ever thought about trying to get in New Jersey or New York areas?
Yeah, we actually brought on a broker. He's in the New Jersey area. He's going to start working that Northeast for us. Rich is a good dude, knows a lot about cigars. So he's going to help us out with getting into some of those lounges up there. And then that gives us an excuse to drive up to the Northeast and go home and see family and kind of cut up a little bit, Yeah,
for sure.
We belong to a private lounge, and we like to try to get everybody in there.
Or at least make an attempt.
At least make an attempt. I mean, Frank
he's particular.
He's very particular on who he brings in. If he likes the cigar, we give him the card and we say, listen, you can either call us or you can call them, and we can broker the deal. But he's a nice, quiet lounge. It's first responders, military, police officers. He's a cop. He's a former cop in the town. So, you got to be a member to be in there. Like if, somebody wants to come and check it out, they can either go on their own, but they have to, email them or whatever, or they can come with us or any member. And, you go, you check it out. But then, it's not a place where you can go all the time. Unless you remember.
And what they do is like, how there's events at all the lounges do events. What he does is a lot of lounges close off when they have events. What he does is if, let's just say we set up an event with you guys and bring you up and we do the event, he doesn't close his lounge off to the members, which is unheard of because a lot of places won't do that.
Right. Yeah.
They'll close it the whole day for the event. And it's only the people participating in the event can get in. What he does is, oh no, you pay to be here. You don't have to pay for the event. You can come and smoke. You can hang out. You just can't, you can't have you can't have the food. You don't get the same stuff they get. But he's not stopping you from hanging out.
Like so let's say,
which is very smart because he's not losing business.
Like they had an event with Blue Line Cigars.
Oh, Blue Smoke.
Yeah, Blue Smoke. And I'm the kind of guy, if you're there doing an event and I can afford it, I'm going to pay for the ticket. You get the free food, the open bar.
And it was Blue Smoke and Tatuaje.
Yeah. So,
so you really couldn't go wrong.
So we
paid
for the event, then he had another event, and I didn't pay. The lady said, "I'm sorry, you here for the event?" I said, "No, I'm a member." She goes, "Oh, okay." So you don't have to pay if you're a member. You just walk in, you sit at the bar, you sit at your table, whatever you want to do. Where, like Joey said, most lounges
would close it off completely and say you can't.
Even if you're a member,
it's closed
you
today.
can't come in.
Yeah.
And I've seen that done, and members got mad. They're like, "But we're members," and they're like, "Yeah, but we're having an event." I understand that, but I'm paying for lockers and a membership for the year, so I should be able to walk in and out whenever I want.
Yeah, and those are the lounge owners that I have mad respect for, right? Being that they're about their members, and they're about their clients, right? Like this individual, for example, he won't close his lounge down because it's his members, right? And he cares about members. And hey, I want you to come in and have a good time. And there's parameters, but you're still welcome here. The door's open. And lounge owners that are very particular on who they bring into their lounge, to me, cigars have to gel with what he already has, what they already have in their humidor. But again, they're worried about their clientele. Will my clientele smoke this, right? Will they enjoy this? I think those are the most successful lounges around because they have their clientele on the forefront of their mind. So, when we talk to lounges and they tell us no, hey, that's fine. It's no now, maybe yes later.
Right.
It's, we let our cigars do the talking. I mean, we'll tell them our story, but we let our cigars do the talking because that's really what's going to get us in these lounges. But the lounge owners that keep their customers in mind, those guys they know they got something going on. They know what they're doing,
And
for sure.
It's his lounge is an old barracks,
and it's a members only lounge. So like you can't just walk in, and it's smart because you can't just walk in off the street and come in and cause an issue or whatever because you have to know somebody to get in.
And and the people that go there even during the events are the regulars. They show up, during the week. They show up on the weekends. Like every other, now he's having it every weekend. He has food
because of football.
But when it's not football on, he has food every other Sunday
or every third Sunday,
or every
something
third
like that.
Sunday. But I mean, he hosts so many events. He hosts for Chamber of Commerce. He hosts for like somebody running for office in the county. He hosts for
if they want to come and do an event, like here's what it costs to rent it, and
he had a motorcycle event yesterday. He's got football today. He's got Cigar Army coming up next month. He's got
is it next month or December?
I think it's either next month or December. But and he does all these events. And people say, "Well, how do you guys get in?" I said, "Because I'm a member. I don't have to pay." And they go, "Well, why do we got to pay?" Because you're going to that particular event. And if there was no event, you wouldn't be in the lounge. And then what he does is, the people come to the event, they see the lounge, and they see, oh my God, you got a full bar, he's got lockers, he's got outside, he's got a conference room, and they're like, wow. And it only cost us $80 a month between both of us, $40 each. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I paid it off, and so we're good till January. In January, I probably pay it off again, or at least halfway. Because I like in the winter, instead of sitting home, I said, "Joe, let's go to lunch," and we sit there for 3 hours. But we will try to get you into there. It's kind of hard to catch Frank because Frank owns like 10 other.
He owns he owns that. He owns gyms. He owns restaurants.
Therapy, restaurants.
He owns a whole bunch of stuff. So it's very tough to get him to sit down when he's there. He's relaxing. He's there to relax and hang out with his friends and smoke and drink and have a good time.
And one thing about him, if he gets up and he walks around, he always says hello to everybody.
Yes.
Like we were sitting there. He goes, "Dave, Joey, what's up?" And I bought a buddy of mine. One day I bought a buddy of mine on a Sunday. We sat there. He liked it. And I said, "Bro, if you want to sign up," he goes, "I already did." He said, "I went right online and signed up. I was sitting here for 5 minutes." I was like, damn.
That's awesome.
Like, because you can go in from 12 to 12 or 12 to 10. Is it 10 to 12? 10 to 12 or 12 to 10?
12 to 12.
With a passcode when nobody's there. So like if they open at 1 and close at 6, you can go in before 1 or 2, whatever time they open, and then you can go in after they leave. You just can't buy from the bar when nobody's there, but you can bring your own.
Like let's say the bar guy don't come in till 4:00 on a Sunday sometimes, and you're there at 12. You can bring your own beer and liquor in, but when the bar comes in, you can leave your liquor at the bar, but then it's $10 a pour.
It's $5 a pour, and that's how he keeps. He said that's how I keep the riffraff out.
Right.
Yeah.
And I keep people from getting, obliterated and all that, which we all know happens in a lot of the lounges, and it gets annoying after a while.
Yeah.
So now, who was your inspiration to get into manufacturing your own cigars?
That's a great question. I really didn't have an inspiration, but more admired. Like, of course, when I first started smoking cigars, I really didn't know about the craft / boutique brands, right? It was all the heritage brands, the large brands. And so, Perdomo, I smoked a lot of Perdomos. He was a Navy guy, so I smoked a lot of his cigars. And so I was always watching what he was doing. I'm watching his podcast. And that's one of the things that really triggered me, taking even a deeper dive into listening to his story, where he started. It made me want to take a deeper dive into seeing what the cigar world was all about. So if I had to say, if I had to pick somebody, I think it'd be Perdomo. But then as I started growing a little bit more in this journey, I really started seeing like the craft guys and what they were doing, and that's what really started that fire to get it going. I mean, like you mentioned when we were talking about the TPA event earlier, the thing that I took the most out of that event, the consumers were great. The ones that came through and bought our cigars, we got to chit chat with them. But what I took out of that event was the other brand owners that we actually sat down and became friends. And some of us are even calling each other fam, because like we got to pick each other's brains. We got to see, they're going through the same things that we're going through. They're stepping over the same hurdles that we're stepping over. So you really build that bond. And a lot of those guys are now what we consider friends and family, and we help each other out, and we're just plugging along.
So Val, when did you start smoking cigars?
I've been smoking cigars probably for the last 20 years. Not regularly. Like, I used to smoke cigarettes, and then I smoked closed cigarettes. So then I kind of got into closed cigarettes, liking that flavor, and I would smoke infused cigars. I like the chocolate Java mint, so I would smoke those a lot. I mean, being a hairdresser, like we would go out and celebrate, and my boss smoked cigars, and he would drink bourbon, all that stuff. So kind of being in the hair industry, that was something like we would go out and celebrate and smoke cigars. So I kind of smoked them off and on for like the last 20 years. And then, like I said, once I started getting involved with smoking cigars with Rue, I would start taking little puffs off of his. And then I started smoking my own, and now I have my own humidor. So,
have you and Val thought about putting out a line for Val?
That's where the Haze Grave Vixens are coming into play. So, one of the things my brother and I sat her down and said, look, infused cigars are great. A lot of the beginner smokers are starting, you'll see a lot of them smoke the flavored cigars. Which is nothing wrong with that.
The seasoned smokers do it too, just to change things up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, excuse me. I did it the other day. I smoked one of our backpacks just to change it up, and quality control, right? Make sure that things are going the way that they're going, then they're being rolled and manufactured the way they're supposed to be manufactured. But my brother and I sat her down. We said, "Listen, if you're gonna be in the cigar industry, you need to kick up your scale a little bit, right? You're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone." And now she's a monster. Like literally, I had to, for her birthday, I went and got her own humidor because I was like, quit going into my stash, like I got cigars missing.
Ish was blown away because I held my own while we were doing cigar tasting with him. I mean, I was smoking him. He would roll something because he was learning our palates. It was really cool. And he'd be like, "Here, smoke this. Here, smoke this." And we didn't eat.
No.
We didn't eat. We sat there for hours and we just smoked.
Oh no.
As he was rolling and blending, and I held my own.
Yeah.
I did good.
Yeah. So
was he rolling full-size cigars, or was he rolling you like almost like a little cigarillos?
It was like little cigar. He was doing like little cigarillos.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when telling her she needed to up her game a little bit, that's where Haze Great Vixens was born. So eventually we'll start looking at creating a Haze Great Vixens cigar line. It's pretty much going to be her project. We're just going to be there to help her out and push it. And so eventually we'll get that out there.
So now for that cigar line, are you going to make like special labels like to attract women to it, or is it just going to be like,
Yeah, no, we're going to definitely, the labels are, it's definitely going to be something different. Being that we're in the industry now for a little while, it's we're starting to see the label game is huge. That like you talk to a lot of smokers, especially beginner smokers, they're all about what attracts their eye, right? So we're definitely we're playing with some different ideas for labels and things of that nature. So it definitely will have something special.
So do you guys sell boxes or just bundles? And how many boxes?
Oh, you do? So, yeah, we'd sell both. We actually, a couple of my old Navy buddies that I served with, they've already ordered a few boxes. So we have, we are family, friends. They order boxes all the time. So it's a box of 20. And then we also do bundles. We do 5-packs, 7-packs.
Wow.
You name it. We'll sell it. Yeah, we'll ship it out. We stopped actually about a month ago. We stopped selling our cigars online because we really wanted to push towards the retailers because I mean they got families, they got you know overhead, and we they're taking a leap of faith and carrying our cigars, and we want to help them out as much as we can. So we quit selling our cigars online, so we wouldn't compete. But if it's something that they don't carry, they can always call us. And we can do the order over the phone and ship out the cigars that they want.
So what's the average price of your cigars?
$13.
Okay.
Yep.
That's not bad.
No, and they're all Toros. That's a real popular size. And we figured, okay, let's just stick with Toros. And we've even done it to where we'll do a box of 20, but we'll do a mismatch, right? So if they want 5 Admirals, 5 Patriots, 5 Brotherhoods, 5 Haze Grays, we all put them in a box and we ship out the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys do it yourself? Like if they want that, or can you get them off like Wolfpack and all of that?
No, we do that ourselves. I know Wolfpack carries, I think 3 or 4 of the 7 core line. But yeah, the variety box, we do that ourselves.
And what's the boxes go for in the bundles?
$260 for a box. 240, 260, something like that. And then a bundle is like 130, 150 for a bundle of 10.
So now the price for the boxes, that's for the variety box too?
Yeah. Yep.
That's actually not bad.
Nah.
That's really not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry. People charging for a box of 20. I've seen $400.
Yeah.
From boutique companies they're like, oh, but I'm like $400 for a box. I'm like, for a small company is like it's insane.
Yeah.
And, you know, they come out and, you know, right off the bat, they're charging like $15 a stick. I said, bro, you're killing yourself, because if no one knows you and you're charging $15 a stick, yeah, well, I think they're good. That's understandable. But if I haven't tried it, I'm not going to pay $150 for a 5-pack, and I'm not going to like it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the mentality that we've had from day one, right? We're new to the game. I mean, we're going on a year and a half of being out, you know, since we launched. Our name's getting out there. We're you know, gaining traction, but still, we're still a baby in the industry. You know, we're like people see us, but they're like, who are these guys type thing. And I just can't see ourselves charging $400 for a box of 20. It's just, to me, it's crazy. And one of the things that when we talk to our lounges and we communicate with them, we want to see how they're moving, how we can help. And we're hearing a lot of it, and we're seeing a lot of that too when we do our own private events with our mobile lounge and everything, where, you know, and I'm not trying to get political and go down that freaking rabbit hole, but a lot of the lounges are saying the same thing that we're feeling as well. Is a lot of folks are starting to hold on to their money a little bit, and a $20 cigar or a $30 cigar, you don't see too many people buying those.
No.
So we want to make it affordable. We want to make it to where, you know, our goal when someone buys our cigar our goal is for them to enjoy it and enjoy the experience and just reminisce, think about good times, think about bad times, think about some of the goals, some of the things that, you know, I mean, smoking a cigar is what got me going with my own brand. It inspired me to start my own brand. And we hope that our cigars can do that for an individual, for a male or a female, to do what set the course for to accomplish their goals and accomplish their dreams. So, you know, selling a $25 cigar may not get them there, right? So we keep it as affordable as possible to where they can enjoy our cigars.
And that's the same thing that kind of started this, was cigars. Cigars, and honestly, time on our hands because of COVID.
Yeah.
This started on Instagram through COVID.
Yeah.
With a couple of people, and then we brought on certain people, and we brought him on, and then, you know, the one guy left because he had some stuff go on, and then we took it over, and then the other co-host left, and then it became us, and, you know, here we are going on 2 years later, 3 years now almost, I think.
Almost 3 years.
And
that's
we
awesome.
got our own show. We're on Roku, Amazon, YouTube. We're getting the traction we've wanted.
NBR radio.
You know, it took time, but we got the traction now. We're getting guests. We're getting wrestlers. We're getting cigar manufacturers. There's people watching us that we don't know are watching.
Yeah.
We're doing something right.
Yeah, you are. You are. Absolutely. And a lot of good things came out of COVID, right? And we had some trials and tribulations, but some good things came out of COVID. So,
yeah.
Thanks.
So now, with your boxes, I know most people are doing this now. So instead of a lounge, keep ordering boxes. Can they just hold your boxes and order bundles and fill the boxes up?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we encourage the lounges to do that. You know, a lot of them some people buy the boxes because we have inserts inside the box of a picture that correlates with the name of the cigar. So, for example, the 1982, it's the year that we moved from Portugal to the United States. And in our hometown, there's a lighthouse called Nopska Light. It's ran by the Coast Guard. So, trying to keep it military theme-ish, we took a picture of that lighthouse and we inserted it into the box. The 1996, I'm sorry, the Haze Gray. It's a picture of the ship that I served on, the Kearsarge. So a lot of people really like the pictures inside the box. So when they're in the lounge, they'll buy the box from the lounge owners.
Right.
So we try to encourage them to keep the box and just order a bundle. It's easier for them. Because a box game, man, it's expensive. Boxes.
It is. And for the lounges too, to keep ordering, you know, to be able to order bundles like that also can help them, you know, cut down on their costs too.
Yeah.
Because they can refill the bundle, and instead of charging, let's just say, you know, $15 a cigar to recoup the money back for the box, now, like you said, they might be able to charge $12 or $13 for the cigar. Now it dropped, and now it moves more frequently than it was before.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think there's a lot of lounge owners that don't understand that part of it, because I've seen them, oh, well, I'm just going to order. I'm like, why not see if you can order a bundle? How does that work? I'm like, working in the industry for the little time that I did on the manufacturer side, I learned that pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most companies will do, you keep the box and you just buy the bundle, and then it cuts down on your cost.
Yeah, yep, absolutely, 100%.
Especially now, and I wanted to ask you this. So how is the tariffs affecting you bringing the stuff in?
Not 1 cent.
Really?
Cents. Yeah. And it was funny because being a part of the TPA, they educated us on the tariffs, and because of some of it, I mean, we were nervous. We're like, oh God, what is this going to do to our cost? Right? Pennies. So it really didn't really impact us at all. And Ish educated us on the importing and how the tariffs work. And I mean, I'm not going to divulge what other brands are doing or the large or medium brands. That's their business. But for us, it was just pennies on the dollar.
Okay, well that's a good thing, because a lot of people were worried about that. A lot of brand owners that are boutique owners, they were worried about that. Like, if I'm getting from Nicaragua or Mexico or Dominican Republic or wherever, they were worried about how it was going to affect their, like if they had to jack the price up on the cigars and things like that.
Yeah, no, nothing really changed with us. I mean, we're still, price points are still the price points, and the boxes still cost the same. Cigars, like I said, they just went up a few cents, and we absorbed that.
That's good. So I got to ask you, because this is something I don't see very often with the cigar rest. I don't see these wooden ones very often. What made you want to do these?
That was that we just stumbled across those. Honestly, we have a veteran-owned company here that does swag like that, and she's like, I got something that you might want to look at. I was like, all right. And so she made she made a few of them anyway for us to try. And we were like, these are actually pretty freaking cool. And so she's like, if you want them, I got more and I can make more. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And people, it's stuck.
No, I said to him when we got it, I'm like, all right. I'm like, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm like, a lot of people do lighters and cutters, and they'll do the cutters with the cigar rest, but I've never seen them do the wood burned,
which is
cigar rest. And that's why I was like, I gotta ask, because I'm always curious to see how people come up with like some of the swag they have, or designs they did and stuff like that. So it's always interesting to find out, like, if you stumbled on it, like you said, or if somebody approached you or sent you one and say, hey, listen, I did this. If you like it, let me know. That's always a curiosity of mine, because
it's pretty dope. I like that.
It's one of those things that people, are, a lot of people like to collect swag.
Yeah.
From a lot of companies.
Oh my God, so much swag.
I can only imagine. We have a lot from some of the big companies. A lot of the smaller companies, we've got cutters, lighters, hats, stickers. So it's always interesting when you get something different like this.
Yeah.
Because it also makes you stand out as well.
No, and that's one of our main goals, is to come up with different things to help us stand out and just be different, right? She came out, you normally have those cases that you can hold 3 cigars in it, and travel cases and whatnot. And she's like, hey, because we do a lot of golf tournaments, and she goes, I'm going to send you something. I'm like, okay. And it holds about 4 cigars, and it's a miniature golf bag with our logo engraved on it.
Now that's cool. I like that.
And it comes with a cutter. And normally, like the golf tournaments around here, they're always doing something for charity. So we'll donate, that golf bag, cigar holder with a 5-pack and whatnot, just to help them raise money. Yeah. And I'm like, this is actually pretty freaking cool. I've never seen something like this before.
And that, it's stuff like, and you're right, it's stuff like that people may not golf, but they're going to try to get it from you as an item to hold on to and use and you know, bring to lounges, because it's gonna, oh, whose is that? Oh, well, this is, you know, Haze Gray Cigars. This is one of his travel humidors he has. It's a golf bag and and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, how do I get that?
Right.
How do I get this? Where can I get these? Can I hit them up and try to get this? And, you know, it's all becomes a collector's race at that point.
Yeah, especially here in Florida, man. There's golf courses everywhere, you know, and so we're like, yeah, this actually kind of works. Let's do it, and people are enjoying it. So she helps us out a lot with our swag, like different little things, like you know, the rocks glasses with the little insert that you can rest your cigar. She'll engrave that for us. Wine glasses, just stuff that we think that, hey, man, what will help someone enjoy their experience with our cigar.
Absolutely.
People like that too. Like, we'll pick up an order and she'll be like, I put something in there for you guys. So she'll like make something that she came up with and she pops it in there, and we have all kind of stuff from her. She like plays with things all the time and puts our logo on them. So,
and that's pretty cool, because it gives you ideas for potentially down the road.
Yeah. And so with us being able to roll our own cigars, like we do events, we do weddings, we do private corporate events and stuff. And so she's actually going to start engraving the outside. If it's a wedding, she's going to engrave the outside of the box with, you know, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, and established in 2025, and just to make it a little bit extra special for the couple. And so she's really helping us out to take our swag game, I guess you can say, to that next level.
That's pretty cool, because, you know, a lot of people ask us that too with like swag and stuff. Like, what do you have with you? Can I get anything? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We deal with, I found a website online to sell our merchandise.
Yeah.
All I do is I upload our logo, and then they put it on shirts, hats, aprons, mugs, travel mugs, everything you can think of, they put it on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, if you really want them, like, you have to order from there. Like, oh, you should have some with you. I'm like, yeah, I know what I should have. I'm like, but, you know, I'm like, when you're doing it on your own,
yeah,
you have to find somebody that has, you know, good pricing and is willing to work with you and maybe place little orders at a time. And, you know, it's like, eventually we get there. I said, now we're getting into that, you know, 2-year, 3-year mark. I said, now we really got to start potentially looking for people and getting in that, whether it's a cutter, matchbooks, poker chips.
Yep.
Just something with our logos on it to hand out to people.
Yeah. And it's you know, it helps you with your brand awareness for sure.
Oh, it definitely does, for sure. Absolutely.
When we first started, when we first launched, we wanted to get T-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that as well. And we used one of those websites where it kind of links up to our website. You order it, and it triggers something over there at their lounge or at their facility. They print one shirt, they print 2 shirts, and they mail them out. To us, it's like, oh, it's the quality there as far as clothing goes. Now,
right,
coffee mugs, like water bottles, things like that, you can't mess that up, and the quality's there. But I'm super particular on the T-shirts that I wear, the sweatshirts that I wear. You know, like, there's some websites you order a T-shirt and you order your size, and all of a sudden you're wearing a schmedium.
Well,
right?
I can tell you, I ordered a tank top for him with our logo on it in a 3X. It was big on him, and it fits me comfortably.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. And it goes back to that cost thing, right? If one of our customers is paying their hard-earned dollar to purchase something with Haze Gray on it, we want to make sure that it fits, it feels good, exactly. and we want them to feel like they got the most bang for their buck.
No, 100%, and that's why before we really advertised the merchandise store, I ordered a hat for myself, and I ordered him a tank top because it was like the middle of summer.
Yeah,
I'm like, just let's order a test print, one of my logo, one of the podcast logo. Let's see how it fits, if it's good, if it's not. And I like my clothes bigger. So I get like a 4 or a 5, so I have room. but I put on the 3X and it fit me comfortably and I still had room.
Yeah.
And the hat, it's all what they do is they screen print.
Mhm.
But it's not a cheap quality screen print. Like I've worn that hat out in the rain in lounges and I could go like this and the logo still doesn't scratch off or crack.
Yeah. That
good. Shirt's been washed 15, 20, 30 times and the logo still hasn't cracked.
Yeah. Bro, we've gotten to the point like when I was cut loose from the fire department with the DOD, one of my dreams was to own a sporting goods store, right? And so I bought a local sporting goods store. Next thing you know, that's when the economy tanked. We had the big box stores, a Sports Academy and Dick's moved into the neighborhood. And next thing you know, like people were buying a $150 bat that they had to buy for me like for $400, right? Your mom and pops, you gotta charge a little bit more because your overhead's a little bit more. But and I was doing baseball uniforms. I was pressing baseball uniforms for little Tommy and little Johnny. And we were even played with the idea of making our own shirts, turning the garage into a shirt, and we could make our own Haze Gray stuff, But
yeah,
then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, like cigars is taking the majority of our time as it is. Do I really want to be out here pressing
you
shirts?
have to basically hire somebody to just do your merchandise.
Yeah. Yep.
So guys, we're winding down here. Rui, Val, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. We know you had a rough night last night. So guys, you can order you. I'm going to have Rui say it again. Where can everyone order their stuff?
And where can they follow you guys?
And where can they follow you?
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, so they can order our cigars on Toro Cigar Company, Wolfpack Cigar Club, Fat Boys Cigar Lounge, and the Cigar Bolt in Oakdale. They can order those online. If you go to our website, hazegraycigars.com, at the very bottom of the page, it has all the authorized retailers that are carrying our cigars that you can go in and buy and possibly order online. And then you can follow us on Instagram at Haze_Gray_cigars. And then on Facebook, Haze Gray Cigars is our Facebook page. And then our website. I mean, you can go on hazegraycigars.com. If you see something that you like that you can't get at one of the other or at the retails, just give us a buzz and we'll handle everything over the phone and online.
And Joey's going to put all the links up on the.
Already done.
Oh, he did it.
It's done when it went up live.
So Joey's got to just upload everything. And guys, we appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
And we hope to have you on when you release your next core line.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll keep you guys in mind. You keep us in mind, and we appreciate what you guys are doing for the cigar community and the wrestling community. I mean, that was the first thing I got hooked on when I moved to the United States was wrestling. We didn't have that over in Portugal, so but you guys keep doing what you guys are doing, man. We really appreciate y'all.
And you as well. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate you too.
Have a good day, guys. Thank you for coming on.
You too, guys. Thanks. Take care.
All right. And there you got it, guys. Haze Gray Cigars.
Yes.
Navy veteran, Navy-owned company. Make sure.
I mean, I'm enjoying this, and I'm a little stuffy today.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm still getting some very strong notes off of this, so it's very well done.
So, guys, it's been another fun day Sunday with Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Our guest.
Yes. Also, stay tuned for this week. Carolina Blues Part 2 interview will be going live. Not sure what day. Stay tuned to the YouTube, to the Facebook, to the Instagram, everywhere. I'll be posting the link to that so you guys can watch. And, also, like I said, go back, watch this interview if you guys didn't. Go order your Haze Gray cigars. I mean, they're cigars from what we've smoked so far. You smoked the Brotherhood. I haven't smoked it yet.
The Brotherhood is really good. I like the Brotherhood, but I'm really enjoying the Admiral.
That was the first one I smoked, was the Admiral. So I'm really enjoying that one. Patriot is what I'm smoking now. I look forward to ordering and trying
the 1982,
the rest of the line. The
80,
backpack,
yes,
the Haze Gray, the 1996, the 1982. I look forward to ordering those and trying all of those as well, and keeping you guys informed. And it's what we're here for. We try our best to keep you guys updated on all of the new brands, the smaller boutique companies. There's just a lot of them that come out every couple days, every couple weeks.
Every week there's a new boutique company.
So, but I think that about next week. Stay tuned for our interview with Pedro. That will be dropping as well. And then we'll be back with you live on November 2nd. So 2 weeks. We'll be back live.
1, 2.
So that's it for this week, guys.
Take care.
It's been fun.
Peace out.
And we'll catch you guys in 2 weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.